Okay, maybe I'm just being a little dramatic. It's certainly not forgotten, but I think it's very underrated. I notice it's rarely talked about in a lot of teachings for beginners and intermediate students, which is generally most of my audience, and generally most of the people that I give lessons to. Most of my online students are highly unfamiliar with this concept. Now, higher level musicians talk about this all the time, but why wait till you're a higher level musician? I feel like beginners and intermediate players should really have a good grasp on this before even learning scales. This fundamental will teach you a lot about why notes sound the way that they do. And the more you logically understand what you're practicing, the more meaningful your practice sessions will feel and the faster new material will be absorbed. Like I said, this fundamental, in my opinion, is more important than scales. This fundamental is the reason why scales even sound the way that they do. This fundamental is known as... I'm joking, and I really don't understand my hairline. Anyway, this fundamental is known as intervals. Every time I pick up my instrument, I always include some sort of intervallic training in my warm-up. So I'll take a random interval, usually one that I feel most weak at the moment. And then I'll try to play them on all 12 keys, try to sing them, really try to make sense of all of it. So that was just a minor third interval going up chromatically, but also try it in whole steps. You'll get different sounds. And then also go up in minor thirds. And then also go up in perfect fourths. And then finally the tritone. And then do that in the rest of the keys as well. Now, this is not really an interval training tutorial. There's a lot of tutorials out there. This video is just more of bringing awareness and getting it in your ear. A really good way to do this is to sing it, because the voice doesn't lie. If you can sing it, you can't really fake that. You can fake around the right button, and you could totally play something that you don't hear in your head on a saxophone or an instrument. But if you sing it, it's really hard to fake that. So for example, let me try to sing one of those minor thirds based on a note that I hear first. So let me try another one. Let me try another one. Let me try a tritone. You know, and then when you do this, you get really good at doing the opposite, where you try to sing something and then play it. So let me just sing something random. Oh yeah. Yeah, see, if you can really get in your mind, then it translates to your saxophone. But really the only way you can do this is if you can do the other way first. If you can really sing what you're hearing and really sing what you're playing. You'd be surprised how many people can't really sing what they're hearing. They'll be like this. And I'm like, whoa, those are not the notes. But it's okay. I was like this for a long time, you know. I'd be like, what is that note? Is that right? So in my opinion, the best way to work on this intervallic training is to take a lick and play it in all 12 keys. Now this is one of the most brain intuitive mental actions you can do when practicing. When you don't have sheet music and you're really trying to figure out a line and take it through all 12 keys. It takes a lot of conscious energy, but man, it's some good brain food when you're trying to get better at your instrument and better as an improviser and better at your ear and better at your theoretical training. So that's exactly what I'm going to do to end this video off. Now, I have a good buddy all the way in California, and I'm in North Carolina, so we're really far away. His name is Guarino, and he has a YouTube channel called Positively Progressing. He makes really good tutorials, and he's been a really good friend to me. He got me this mic, actually. So he's the reason why you can hear me, because without him I'd be sounding like this, and I don't think you guys would like that. I used to sound like this all the time, and I would get so many YouTube comments saying I can't hear you when your saxophone is too loud. But now we're good because of Chris. He also made my channel's cover art. Chris insisted that I don't pay him, so I will offer my gratitude by recommending his channel. So please help me out and subscribe to him so I can make it up to him. So I'm gonna go on his channel, and he has this really fun series he's doing where he takes a 2-5-1 lick and analyzes it. So I'm gonna go on a random one of his, probably the latest one, and we're gonna learn it by ear, and we're gonna take it through some keys. And I'm gonna show you some intervallic strategies to be able to do this. Positively progressing. Here we go. He uploaded one 2 days ago. 2-5 Tuesday, new weekly jazz vocabulary, featuring Adam Larson, week 4. So as the name suggests, Adam Larson makes the 2-5 line, so let's hear it.
Shall we get to the line? Here it is.
Yes, we should.
Line? Here it is.
So notice how I'm singing it first before I play it. Okay.
Shall we get to the line? Here it is. Here it is.
Okay, we're getting closer. Minor third. Hey, that's kind of similar to that one line in the Mario Kart. He's not quoting that. Don't actually think it's a pretty common line, but that's what it reminded me of. Okay, so I figured it all out just by singing. No music had to be written down. Just sing it and then play it. So here it is slow. So now that we have it, now we can work on drilling this. So just getting the fingers down, the articulation down, the sound down. So now we can hear that 2-5 is in the key of concert C, which is my A. That's a really cool line. Okay, so my storage ran out, so I'm back. So before we start trying to translate this to other keys, let's try to analyze this first based off sound. Before we get into theoretical stuff, it's always important to hear sound. So for me, I hear I hear it play down a minor scale, and then it tonicizes that F sharp, my F sharp, the concert A, which is pretty interesting. Compared to the key, that's the relative minor. It even does the leading tone. So that probably contributes why this line sounds so cool. And then this next part, it sounds like it's been lifted, like, oh, because two of those notes are not diatonic at all. Particularly those first two notes, because that's inside of our E7. So there's a major 7 inside of a dominant chord, which of course that's not the objective. You know, no one's going to sit on a fat major 7, which is cool. And then I like how they end on that 6, the major 6. So the ear is the most important thing, you know. Ear determines all. So now we can break this down. When translating something to other keys, I try to find the easiest way possible to me, theoretically, to think it. So to me, the easiest thing is to go down, starting from the tonic, that Dorian minor scale, and then I would say go down a half step and then come back. And then I'll do the minor figure. Low. So you could think, okay, so down a half step, low, up a half step, low, then up a whole step, low, up another half step, low, then down a minor third, low. Let's do another key real quick. Let's do E flat minor. So start on the E flat. We're gonna go down the Dorian scale. Down a half step, back up a half step, and then up a whole step, and then up a half step, and then down a minor third. So we got the first part. Let's just do another one. Let's do A minor. So we feel pretty good on that first part. So let's go back to the original key. And this next note is the next chord. So it's the 5 chord. So it's going 9, flat 7, and this is an enclosure around that flat 13. 9, flat 7, 6, 5, flat 13. And if you look at these notes, now we're on the major third of a dominant chord. This note, 3, 5, 1, flat 7. Or you can think of the intervals, but I think thinking of it this way for me will be a little easier. La, ooh, wa, ooh. No, down a major third, down a half step, down a whole step. I'm gonna do another key, E minor. So we're gonna go down the E Dorian. And then, remember, a half step. And then we go down a major third. Okay, I'm on an F. This is the third of a C sharp or D flat 7 chord. Now on the fifth of D major. I don't have that note, so let's go up an octave. So once you learn it in another key, you know, it's all jagged, you know, kind of like you heard it. And now, just like the first thing, we could drill it and really just kind of get it under our subconscious fingers, so we're not thinking of all this theory, because the goal is to be able to just play this without thinking about it. So I would really sit down for a minute and just work on that key. Okay, I think I got it. Ta-da! So that whole process maybe took like 3 to 5 minutes. I wasn't looking at the time, but I learned it in one key. So try to get it through all 12. It's, you know, going to be slow. Then come back tomorrow, do it again. It's going to be a little faster. Come back tomorrow, do it again. It's going to be a little faster. And eventually you get to stop relearning everything. Then everything just kind of comes on the spot. And that's the point that we try to practice for. So I hope this video helped. Thank you, Chris Guarino, for everything, dude. You're a good man. You're the greatest of all men. And I'm sorry, everyone, that I took so long to upload. Online college, I thought it'd be easier, but in some ways it's even harder because I'm at my house. My house is not the most working environment oriented place in the world, so it's really hard to juggle everything. And you know, some of my teachers are giving me more papers than ever before, so it's really frustrating. Oh, why am I taking the mic off? Thank you for 36.2 thousand subscribers. I like going back and watching my videos and seeing my subscriber count when I thank you guys at the end just go up. I know on my true picture one, I was like, thank you for 500 subscribers. And I was like, 500, holy crap. That was like not a long time ago. Anyway, thank you very much. Stay safe during these times. These times are getting difficult. And by the way, I got accepted with a 60% tuition scholarship to the Frost School of Music in Miami. So I'm really excited about that. And I really hope this quarantine goes away, because I do not want to do my master's degree online. I would hate that. Okay, I'll see you next time. I'll try not to take as long. See you later.